Happy Sunday afternoon. Welcome, welcome. How are you? Today, I wanted to go off what we were talking about on Thursday. So if any of you caught me on Thursday, we were talking about intentional time, being intentional with our time. So hop on here, join me, and let's talk about being intentional. This is going to be a shorter broadcast today because I've got to finish dinner for tonight. I've got our small group tonight, and this one's a little bit more labor intensive, and so I've got to finish dinner. But of course, I want to hang out with y'all, so I'm here. So, okay, being intentional. So this is something that I have been working on a lot with myself and my kids, just making time for them, being intentional with my time, intentional with the quality and or quantity of time that each of my kids need, because each of them are very different. Each of them are, hey Julie, each of them are, they're their own. So what was I going to say? So when we were talking about being intentional, I want us to talk about intentionality with hospitality, intentionality with being the hands and feet of Jesus, making an effort to do these things, not just, oh, well, it'll happen when it happens. Because how often does it'll happen when it happens actually happen? Probably not that often. So what does that look like? How do we make that happen? Well, we plan for it. We plan to make these things. So if we on Saturday, that was yesterday. On Saturday, my family and I went and we volunteered at a food pantry for the less fortunate in the middle of our town, and they do it once a month, once every 2 months. And hey, Molly, welcome. And it is an excellent time to teach our kids how to be the hands and feet of Jesus, how to help others, knowing that you're going to get nothing in return. It's a great way. Oh, that's gross.
I did wasp.
Yes, can you take it out of here?
She
just brought me a wasp. Isn't that nice?
I need another one.
Whoa, careful. It's a great way to teach them giving and helping without anything in return, because I feel like that's one of the things that isn't really taught to a lot of kids. And my husband and I want our kids to grow up volunteering and helping out and serving others and not just themselves. We want that for our kids. And so we are intentional with our time there. Also, when it comes to relationships, I am intentional with making sure that I, make on a date, on a calendar, make a date for dinner with friends, because how many times have you had the conversation with, hey, let's get together, and yeah, that's a great idea, and like you continue to have that and you never get together and you realize, oh my gosh, we're months and months and months, maybe a year down the road, and we still haven't gotten together. My husband actually had this happen with a guy that he's known for maybe 3 years, and they've been going back and forth like, yeah, let's get together, and they talk online, but they've never actually met in person. And so they actually just did, but it was because my husband was intentional and said, let's make this happen right now. When can you see? And they did that day. So being intentional with relationships, making the extra effort to send a text to someone that I haven't talked to, or to check on someone that I know is sick, or those people that I've said, hey, let's get together, like actually getting together with them. And I have this hair that's like just hanging out over here. Actually getting together with them and enjoying time, enjoying company. And that means putting everything else aside to do this, right? So these are ways that we can be the hands and feet of Jesus, and not just spouting scripture all the time, but actually serving one another and loving one another as Christ loved us. It says love your neighbor. In the Bible, it says love your neighbor as yourself, and that means what would you like? What is the bracelet? What would Jesus do? Like, what would you like someone to do for you? Love them like that. And are you okay, honey?
Yeah.
Okay. And so intentionality. Another way, so we've got serving. In relationships, in hospitality. And that might be just having someone over. Do you need me to hold you?
Yeah.
That might be just having someone over to your house, and not entertaining them. You know, my pastor was talking about, hey, Rusty, my pastor was talking this morning about hospitality versus entertainment. Can you say hi, guys?
Hi.
And how far too often we are trying to entertain everyone instead of being hospitable and just be with them and just meet them where they are. I mean, we try to make the house look just the best and all the food make it the best. But here's the thing is that if we are continually making sure that everything is the best in our own home, it may make someone else feel like they can't do it because you've done such a great job. Not to say that it's not, it's, you know, don't go all out and don't make it fancy and special for these people. Not saying that. But what I am saying is that every time if you have people over, maybe don't clean up so well and let them see how your house really is. Maybe instead of the fancy lemonade, maybe just serve water or a tea. Maybe instead of like salad and you know, dinner and rolls and drinks, maybe instead of all that, maybe just order pizza. It's not about the entertaining of these people, of our friends, right? It's about the hospitality, the getting deep into their lives. You know, we've talked about refrigerator friends, and that's the type of friends that you want. That's the type of hospitality that you should be giving to everyone, is that all encompassing, like just love on them, because you never know, especially if you let people into your home. I don't say like let strangers in your home, but if you invite people over to your home, oh man, what was I going to say? I'm struggling today, y'all. I'm struggling. Y'all pray for me. Let them see the real you. Be vulnerable. You know, the Lord loves it when you are vulnerable and you come to Him with open arms. And just like that, I know that other people would like to see the vulnerable side of you and see maybe your hair is a little messy when you do a live video. What is this hair, y'all? I can't even. Maybe you have a pajama dinner. Maybe you do just order pizza. So anyway, my point to all this is be intentional with the time that you spend with others. Make sure that you make them the priority at that moment. If you've invited someone over, make sure that you're not doing other stuff, that you're actually with them. You know, our pastor actually also talked about Mary and Martha, and how Martha was doing like all the things scattered around and wasn't spending time with Jesus. And she's like, hey, Jesus, why isn't Mary helping me make all this stuff? And Jesus says, actually, she's right. She should be here. This is where you should be. And I know that I'm a Martha a lot. And so I have to be intentional with my time, intentional, hey, Lexi, with how I spend that time, intentional with my yeses and my nos. Because if you are saying, if you're saying yes to something, you're saying no to something else. And so you need to pay attention to what you're saying yes to. And that is making a point. That's being intentional. So I just came on here to encourage you that keep on keeping on. If you are going out there and you're reaching people and you are, you know, having people over and you are being the hands and feet of Jesus, I applaud you. That's amazing, and I'm so proud of you. So I just challenge you to be intentional with your time. Make it a point to do certain things, and not just, well, at some point somewhere I will do it. really get in there, because the Lord wants us to serve others. And we can't serve others on maybe one day. We actually have to make a date for it. You say hi?
Hi.
That's Carter. So anyway, that's all I have for you today. I love you all so, so, so much. I will see you on Thursday. Oh, are you giving hearts?
Yeah.
Yes. I'll see you on Thursday at 3 p.m. Bye, everybody.